This is a concrete snowboard, and it's an unbelievable kind of skateboard that moves just like a snowboard. Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the Easy Riders channel, where we review the most incredible freeboarding, also known as concrete snowboarding clips, and go on adventures around the world and throughout my city to turn hills into concrete snow slopes. In this video, not only will we be exploring my city trying to find spots to turn into concrete snow slopes, we'll also be looking at some of my favourite recent freeboard clips and a trick which I've really wanted to learn for a while. By watching clips of some of the best freeboarders in the world, I'll show you how this board allows you to snowboard on concrete. I hope you're ready for this one because it's going to be good. Let's go! So the first clips that we're going to watch today are from Jordi Puig in Tenerife, and wow, these clips are amazing. If you're new to the freeboarding scene, then you probably wouldn't have heard of who Jordi Puig is, but he is an absolute legend in the freeboarding community, clearing double stair sets 360, and he took freestyle on the freeboard to the next level. He's an absolute legend of freeboard riding, and this clip shows some serious downhill steez. And one of the things that I like in particular is this trick that he does where he'll carve into a 180 drift and then a jump 180 to finish. I'm not sure if this helps. Normal 180 you'd be going down like this and then you would do 180 like that. Whereas this one, going down, you do a spin, you're drifting, and then you do a jump 180 sort of into a drift. Hopefully Norbert helps explain that trick. He needs a freeboard. You'll notice that it's not just Jordi Puig who does this. There's videos of Quentin and all kinds of other riders. It's an incredibly steezy move and it's very difficult at high speed. I highly recommend that you check this video out. It's got so many different kinds of shots and clearly a lot of effort went into making it. The video is called Tenerife Mission Banana Wasteland, and I highly recommend you check it out if you're interested. Alright, that is enough watching freeboarding videos. Let's go and learn some freeboarding ourselves. Because there is a spot in my city that I've wanted to explore for ages, and it's this completely hilly area. There's guaranteed to be spots everywhere. So let's head over to learn this drift 180 and test ourselves freeboarding on roads with cars, which is something that I have not practiced much before, but better get used to if I want to start riding these roads in Tenerife. Alright, let's see what we can find. So we started by making our way to the train station and even turned the ramp into a snow slope. And after a short ride on the train, we arrived at our first spot. It was a surprisingly steep hill, which at first I was pretty apprehensive about, but it turns out that once you're used to going down steep hills on a freeboard, it's actually really easy because you can just spin, carve and overslide the speed away. It's incredibly fun and I highly recommend trying it out if you've got a freeboard. Recently, I've been having a lot of fun trying to look in different directions as I do spins. I think it looks incredibly cool and it's something very unique to freeboarding. Now some of you might be wondering what these are. They're the elusive white bindings, and they're actually limited edition and were made by Freeboard some years ago, and I was just lucky enough to pick myself up a pair. It's always funny to see how each freeboard rider has a very unique board. You'll never see two boards look the same, and at freeboard events there'll be a collection of boards that are completely different to ride. It's somewhat reminiscent of the wands in Harry Potter. I definitely get the sense that the board chooses the rider rather than vice versa. The most iconic board in my opinion would be Mike Hoppy's red setup. It looks super clean and really recognisable in any kind of video. So after some pavement riding, we came across an incredibly steep, long, wide road, and it was time to put my bombing skills to the test. Man, I'm stoked for this road. Look at it, it's so massive. Oh man, I cannot wait to carve down this. For a road like this, you also have to be careful of cars at all times, because although you do have an incredible amount of control and stopping power on a freeboard, it's still really important to make sure that you ride safely. Damn, those spots were incredible for first runs. But as you get used to freeboarding, the steeper hills are actually a lot better for riding down. I used to find it hard to even just carve down some hills if they were too steep. As you get used to riding your freeboard, it will become way easier to go down steep hills. It was actually useful for the hill to be so steep rather than be really mellow. Mainly because it meant that when I did the drifts, I didn't lose all of the speed. Whereas if you're on a mellow hill and you start drifting around, you tend to lose all of your speed very quickly. All right, well, let's keep looking for new spots. The hooks on the freeboard do make it easy to hop around like a ninja, and I absolutely love it. And there's also something incredibly satisfying about the sound that the freeboard makes when you drift. It was getting towards the end of the day, and so after a couple more runs, we found a spot in order to practice these drift 180s. So we warmed up with a few jump 360s, which are probably my favourite freeboard trick at the moment, and then went on to try these drift 180s. The point of having all of these fails is to show you that it takes quite a while for me to learn freeboard tricks, and although the end result definitely looks cool, the practicing part often doesn't. But it definitely feels like progress when you can spin down a hill that you used to struggle to get to the bottom of. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this video useful and that it's given you some tips on how to improve your freeboard riding as well. I want to say a huge thank you to all of those of you who commented on the last video. There were some really kind words out there, and honestly they're a huge tailwind to the channel. With all of this positivity towards freeboarding, I really hope that we can encourage some new riders in 2024. If you'd never heard of freeboarding before but you found this video interesting, then I highly recommend you check out other videos on the channel. I've got so much content going over what freeboards are and how to ride them, so you're definitely in the right place if that's what you're interested in. Otherwise, if you've made it this far in the video, then thank you so much for watching. I'll leave you with the outtakes, and I hope you have a good one. What on earth is this noise? That's what you get for buying bearings on AliExpress. This video is called, what is it called? Banana Freeboard? Banana Wasteland. Fair enough. Hard to find maybe for somebody. This video is called, okay. How is my memory? It takes it out of you speaking like that. I don't know why. Fuck you, Insta360 shit. Tenerife Mission Banana Way. Okay. If you look up freeboarding Tenerife, it will probably come up, but okay. This video is called Tenerife Mission Banana Wasteland.